This is Mindy, Nature Connected Coach with Awareness with Nature. Today I'd like to share with you my observations on the topic of courage. Courage, defined as the ability to do something that frightens us. Courage is a strength that most people find desirable, and it is also directly related and applies to our quality of life that we each experience. Our quality of life is directly related to the extent that we honor our own values, those principles that are intrinsically meaningful to each and every one of us. Courage is the strength to put our values into action. Yet, many people don't feel that they're courageous. Perhaps their baseline definition of courage is communicated through the action movie industry and is all about those physical strength attributes and sheer endurance that the heroes demonstrate. Well, it is important to note that courage shows up in many, many different ways. You know, today in society, we really highly value expertise and becoming that expert at something, we have to become that expert. Unfortunately, if this is taken to an extreme, this may block us from being vulnerable and curious. And yes, curiosity is being courageous. It takes courage to ask questions and to stay open to different viewpoints when you may think that you know the answers. Curiosity demonstrates courage. And courage can be as simple as expressing what you really want. For some people, this puts them in a place of fear, particularly if they're not clear on what they really want. It takes courage to explore, get clear, and state it to the world. So what are some examples of courage in nature? Well, you've got the mother grizzly bear that protects her young from that larger male grizzly that enters the meadow, or you've got that young male elephant seal that challenges the older male for control over his female group. Do these animals have fear around this action? I don't know. I'm not sure any of us can answer that. But we often project our human emotions onto the animal kingdom, finding it useful examples to inspire us, particularly courageously in this case. So for instance, today there was a small courageous honeybee in my backyard, and it challenged my sleeping dog to a fight. I find that inspirational. So I'd like to close with a quote by writer Terence McKenna. Nature loves courage. You make the commitment and nature will respond to that commitment by removing impossible obstacles. Dream the impossible dream, and the world will not grind you under. It will lift you up. This is the trick. By hurling yourself into the abyss and discovering it's a feather bed. May you recognize your courage. Thanks for being here. This has been Mindy at Awareness with Nature. Be well, be wise, and be connected to nature.